Hey guys, welcome back to Chasing Giants TV. As we promised, we're going to be doing a lot of videos this year on farming for nutrients and how to get the most nutrient dense food plots that you can possibly have to maximize the genetic potential of the bucks on your property. And I'm just now getting started on my food plots. It's May 7th and I don't have a single seed in the ground yet, and I've never been this late without having plots planted, but the weather has just kept me out of the plots. Steady rains, just been way too muddy, but I'm gonna spray my plots today, or at least most of them. I think most of them are dry enough that I can get in there with the sprayer. You can see I got the sprayer hooked up to the tractor there. I've got it filling up, but I want to share a couple tips with you. Hopefully things that you can use on your property this year. So the water that I'm putting in my sprayer is actually rainwater. You see the big pole building behind me and the gutter on it. If I turn around here, you can see how that gutter is draining in to that big tank. So I collect rainwater there, and that's what I use in my sprayer. So if you think of a droplet of water like a sponge, and each droplet is only able to absorb so much of whatever chemical you put in it, whether it be fertilizer, herbicide, or whatever. And if that is tap water, typically it's been treated with chlorine and other chemicals, which takes away some of that water's ability to absorb the chemical that you're putting in it, or fertilizer. Even well water, a lot of well waters are really high in iron, and you've probably seen where a water droplet has dissolved and it's left a ring on your vehicle or whatever. That's because that water droplet had something else in it. Rainwater is pure, and it'll just more readily absorb the chemical that you're using, just way more effective. If you don't believe me, try spraying an area with using rainwater, and then right next to it use the very same mixture with tap water, and just way more effective. You can actually use a little less herbicide with rainwater. So anyway, I'll show you my system here. So what I got, you can see that water is coming out of that tank. There's a little filter that it goes through, goes into this tub. It's just a cattle mineral tub. And then I got a submersible pump, electric pump, pumping that water through that garden hose back to the sprayer. And I can collect about 2,500 gallons in that tank, which is more than enough to get me through the spraying season. And in the fall, I take that filter off of that and just open it up, and I let it drain all winter. And then the spring, before I start spraying, I'll close off the tank and let it collect fresh rainwater. One other thing I want to share with you, this first tank that I'm mixing is going to be sprayed on a switchgrass field that I burned this year. So I've got my switchgrass fields on a 3-year rotation where I burn, one field every year, and every 3rd year a field will get burned. And you're going to get some broadleaf weeds come in, and some of those are definitely broadleaf weeds that you don't want in your field. Things like thistle, Canada thistle, maybe some other noxious weeds. So I found a good chemical for controlling that. And if I show you this jug right here, that chemical is Duracor, made by Corteva, or Corteva, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but anyway, it's great for spraying on pastures to get rid of broadleaf weeds. Works great on these native grass plantings. It will kill your forbs though, so if you got a forb, some forbs growing in there with your grasses, you definitely don't want to use it, but it'll definitely take care of things like your thistle, just any other broadleaf weed. But the thing I like about this one is it's also got some residual activity with it. So not only is it going to kill the green growing plants that are there, the broadleaves, but it's going to leave a residual herbicide in the soil that's going to prevent more broadleaves for a while. So if you're trying to establish a switchgrass planting or something like that, and you're having trouble fighting the weeds, you can use 2,4-D. 2,4-D will kill those broadleaves, but this Corteva Duracor product will actually leave a residual in the soil as well and help prevent a lot of weeds and help those grasses get off to a good start. So I've got a couple of tanks of that to spray on about a 15-acre switchgrass and miscanthus planting that I burned off this spring. So anyway, hopefully those two tips can help you. Use rainwater if at all possible. And if you're having trouble with broadleaf weeds in a switchgrass planting or native grass planting, try that Duracor.